and good morning to everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you have been following along on my last couple of vlogs, you'll know that I'm detoxing my whole body from a parasite and Candida. I am on my second part of phase 2. So I just finished 3 days of completely fasting. I ended up going 86 hours with no foods, only liquid. Water, olive oil, lemon juice, things like that. If you've watched my previous videos, you will know what I'm talking about. And now I can incorporate whole foods again, but only greens. So I am going to go home now. I'm still at my campsite and have some Brussels sprouts for breakfast. And then I'm going to get on with my day. But stay tuned for phase 2 and phase 3 of this vlog if you are interested in knowing kind of how I'm going to wrap this entire detox up and how I feel after it is all done. Okay, so the first thing I'm having is this bag of Brussels sprouts. I'm going to throw it in the air fryer and then enjoy this for my breakfast. Okay, so it is day 6 of phase 2 of my cleanse. I fasted, obviously, if you saw my last video, for the first 3 days of phase 2. It was 86 hours it ended up being. And then coming off of that fast, I just did green vegetables and smoothies as well. And the reason being is because after you're fasting, your digestive system isn't used to breaking down foods, absorbing and utilizing all of that. So you have to start small, which is why I started with green leafy vegetables and smoothies. And now moving into my last 2 days of phase 2, I am doing still mainly vegetables. I'm doing some higher fats, so I'm doing almond butter, nuts, and hummus. So doing those things along with chickpeas to get some fiber and complex carbohydrates in. But other than that, I have not been doing any like lean protein food items or anything like that. No grains really. It's really just been vegetables, fruits, and then chickpeas for my complex carbohydrate to really give me that energy. I am excited for phase 2 to come to a close. I have saw tremendous results from just phase 2 alone. Phase 1 was a good introduction to what phase 2 was going to be. I definitely noticed a big change from phase 1 to 2 and now moving from phase 2 to 3. My bowel movements are more regular. I have so much more energy. I feel like I'm utilizing my food that I'm eating much more efficiently and effectively. And I feel like I used to be in tune with my body, still am, but I really feel like I can understand the foods that affect me the most and what foods that I need to stay away from and that my body doesn't absorb and utilize well. So that's been a really good learning curve during this detox. And I will try to give some pointers where I can along the way and what's helped me kind of figure out what my body needs and wants. But I know I didn't show you a ton of my food choices from the last half of phase 2, but moving into phase 3, I will be sure to do that. And a lot of the foods that I had in phase 2 will overlap in phase 3. It's just that in phase 3, I'm now going to be incorporating more complex carbs such as brown rice, still the chickpeas, quinoa, things like that. And then I will also be incorporating salmon and organic white chicken. So a few protein sources there to wrap up the last couple days of phase 3. And then I will be completely done with my detox. I'll do a little wrap up, kind of how it went, what I would do differently next time, and moving forward from here on. So tomorrow is my last day in phase 2. Once I wrap that up, I'll be moving into phase 3, and then I'll be showing you those meals along the way. Okay, so it is day 7 of phase 2. I just went grocery shopping because I needed to prep for moving into phase 3, my last phase. So I'm going to show you kind of what I got on my haul here, and then I will also try to show you kind of moving out of phase 3 and then into a normal day-to-day routine again. So first off, I got a watermelon because we can have a lot of fruits and vegetables, and watermelon is just something that is lower in sugar, lower in calories. So I picked this up. I'm so excited to have this. I picked up a bag of red lentils. I'm going to make like a pasta, but the pasta base will be vegetables, and then I'll have these lentils as my complex carbohydrate source. And then blueberries, I do 1 cup of blueberries every single day because it is rich in antioxidants, and antioxidants help rid free radicals and toxic things from the body. Obviously, we can see I just have a bunch of different greens. I have a bunch of kale, and then a bundle of collard greens, some bok choy here, and then I also got green onions. I love having this, and I'll have it with my red lentils. And then I also enjoy having it with these artichoke hearts. I cut them up, put them over brown rice, and then I actually, little tip here, I soak my brown rice in vegetable broth instead of water, like I cook it in this. And then that way the brown rice obviously absorbs the vegetable broth, and it gives it such a delicious flavor. So I do this, and then I'll put like artichoke hearts, green onions, red lentils, mushrooms, some kale. It's just super good. In addition to that, I got some avocados, some healthy fat sources. I can eat these plain. I can eat them on different things. I enjoy having those on hand. Of course, I got Brussels sprouts, as well as a big thing of cauliflower. These two, along with broccoli, I do on a daily basis as cruciferous vegetables, which are extremely beneficial for gut health and repairing the gut. And then I got sliced almonds. I do eat nuts on a daily basis. These I'm just going to top on my red lentil veggie pasta as a topping. Lastly, for this haul, I got some almond butter. I can make like fat bombs with different kind of hemp seeds, chia seeds, coconut flakes, things like that. Roll them up in the almond butter and then stick it in the freezer, and then it's a nice little dessert to have. So these are some items that I got on my grocery shopping haul today in preparation for phase 3, moving into that tomorrow. And then, yeah, like I said, these are just some staple items. Not every single thing that I eat, but definitely things that I eat on a day-to-day basis, even moving out of the detox. In here, I already have some coconut oil, and then I sauteed my onions, and then I added 4 cloves of garlic, 2 sticks of carrot, 2 sticks of celery. I had kale, and I had packaged it up because in phase 2 I couldn't have any of this, so I packaged it up and froze it. And now I am just going to add the frozen kale to here, and then I will saute everything for 2 minutes. The end product of the red lentil and kale soup that I am going to try right now, and then I'll have moving into phase 3, since this is phase 2 and phase 3 friendly. I have been doing a smoothie just about every single morning of my detox. I do regularly anyway, sometime throughout the day. This is just one brand that I like to do because berries are really low in sugar, which is great. I can't have a lot of sugar because of Candida. Sugar and processed carbs do feed the Candida, so obviously the more I would eat, the more the Candida would grow. So I do need to limit my sugar intake. And blueberries, again, are great for antioxidants, so I make sure to get 1 cup of blueberries in every single day, whether that be in like through just a smoothie or if I just eat them plain or on top of oatmeal, things like that. So I'm going to do 1 cup of this, 10 ounces of cold water in here. I usually do almond milk, but I can't have that during my detox. So I am just making sure it's really cold water to make sure my smoothie is cold. 1 scoop of vegan protein powder, and then a little extra just to get protein in there. I do the Vegan Power Pro from First Form because it is plant-based and I cannot have dairy. Other protein powders have whey in it, which is a source of dairy. So I make sure to get just a plain pea protein, and this is what works well for me and I find tastes very great. Dash of cinnamon, dash of pure vanilla extract, 1 scoop of my Optigreens 50. I do this every single day because I need extra micronutrients to really supply the gut and repair the gut. And micronutrients, that's the job of them. And so I make sure I do 1 to 2 scoops every single day, and at times I will double up on that as well. So I like to just start my smoothie. It gives it a little bit extra flavor, and I know I'm getting my greens in my smoothie as well then. Lastly, I added about 1 tablespoon of almond butter and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. I do this because fats help absorb the micronutrients from our foods. So since I put in my Optigreens 50, I want something that's going to absorb and utilize those micronutrients a little bit more efficiently and effectively. So I always make sure to add a good healthy fat in there. These are the 2 that I'm doing today, along with a dash of hemp seed. This is just a great source of fat and protein as well. So I did a little bit in my smoothie, and then this is everything in there. I'm going to throw it in the blender now, and then I will show you the end result. So here is the end result. I am just going to pour it in my cup here. It is just so quick, easy, and convenient, and something that's so satisfying, especially in the summer, spring now, to have something cool and refreshing. And I know I'm getting all of my nutrients in, so this is great even if you're just doing a little bit of a lifestyle change. You don't have to be on a detox, because this is something that I do even when I'm not on my detox. The only thing that I do different is that I would add almond milk instead of water. I am wrapping up my detox. It was a 14-day liver and whole body detox. I enjoyed it. During the process, it definitely was hard mentally, especially during the days of fasting. I had a lot of symptoms that I was detoxing, but also very great to have documented this, so when I do it again, I can kind of compare the 2. And I really just enjoy sharing any kind of insight and tips and tricks that have helped me along on my health journey, improving my gut health, focusing on my liver, detoxing from Candida and a parasite. And I just am absolutely in love with being able to share this content with all of you and give you some ideas to help you along on your journey. Overall, I am extremely glad I decided to do this detox. I think my body has benefited greatly from doing the 14-day detox. It is definitely something I will probably do again next spring. I don't think detoxing is for everybody. I do think it's for specific individuals that are struggling with their health in specific ways. So I would not recommend this to every single person out there, but again, just something that I wanted to share for those who might be struggling with similar situations. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me along on Instagram. As always, if you have questions or anything that you would like me to know about you, put it in the comments box below. I will get back to you. And I hope to see you in my next video just regarding how I'm going to transition out of my detox into more intuitively eating for my body. I'll see you guys in my next video.